Hello, my name is Andre Veskimeister and I'm the founder of the Parcel Lockers Central. And today we are talking again about parcel lockers. Our guest today is Amit Sawhney from Smartbox Lockers. Hi Amit, how are you doing today?
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely fine, and it's really pleasure to have you here. So, please, could you please tell us briefly your story? How did you end up investing your time and resources into parcel locker manufacturing business?
Sure. So we were not always in this business. We happened to come into it by chance. Our traditional business was around transactional customer communications, which still is our core business. And we are one of the largest service providers in India that produce a lot of transactional mail, like bank statements, utility bills, credit card statements, insurance policies, which are delivered to consumers' houses through physical mail. But that business of ours had transformed and is always becoming more and more digital, and so are we. But at the same time, we saw the physical business was moving more and more away from snail mail to parcel business. So we thought that this was an interesting space and parcels will continue to grow in times to come. And there was a need for alternate channels or more optimum last mile delivery options. So we started to explore this business, talk to more people, especially a lot of people in Europe. And then we thought that this business makes sense for a market like India. This was like almost 6, 7 years ago. And we slowly and gradually put together a small tech team. We imported some hardwares from China. We started to make our own software platform that drives those Chinese lockers. We even piloted that. The model was different at that point of time. We were trying to create a network of lockers in India that customers like Amazon and Flipkart, which is an Walmart owned company, they would use and pay us per transaction. A model very similar to, let's say, InPost in Poland. But that did not pan out the way we wanted because of various reasons. The cost of manpower is still quite low in India. The tech challenges are quite a lot, and Amazon and Flipkart wanted a very large network for a country like India before they commit to integrating lockers into their checkout page. So, keeping all those challenges aside, even though pilots were successful, we could not expand in a big way. So, a few years ago, we pivoted our business. We started working, we went back to the drawing board. We didn't give up on lockers, it's just that we changed our business model like any other startup. We started to work on the product so that it's more robust and it's something that the market could buy and license from us. And that's where we slowly started to get success in other markets, including India. But we got more success in more developed markets from US to Australia to Middle East, and of course some clients in India as well. And yeah, that's our journey so far. And we've been able to build some unique use cases other than the traditional use cases that everyone in the locker business has. And yeah, and we're growing and we're happy, and we're excited about this journey now.
Yeah, as I know you're active in United States, and again I'm from the Europe, and in Europe model we have this sort of carrier based networks that carrier had their own parcel locker network. In the US and in Australia, for instance, there are different kind of models. Carriers have not yet invested into the lockers, but there are residential lockers that are very popular. And one interesting part of that is that for me, those residential lockers sounds much more versatile. There are different services available on top of that, contra those European model where locker is only for smart last mile deliveries. So your software development must be in quite a high level to provide all those additional services for the customers.
Yes, yes. So we have focused a lot. We come from a tech business, even in our transactional mail customer communications business. Even in our lockers, we have a lot of tech folks in our team. So we focus a lot on our technology, and we have built a common platform that can address multiple use cases, whether it's traditional, apartment lockers, which you see very commonly in the US market, or you have we have also started to focus on off-grid lockers very close to what you see in the European market. We just recently participated in the event that happened a few months ago in Amsterdam, and then we got exposed that there Europe and North America are very different worlds, and so we are evolving our product and our platform to address various types of use cases, from IT asset management to forward delivery, to carrier agnostic locker networks, to only licensing the software platform who might just need it. And we already have customers running in 8 to 10 Central American countries, where they've not bought any hardware from us. Only the software platform is licensed to them, and they are doing quite well. So yeah, we're able to address various types of use cases, from banks to a Fortune 500 company to a mailroom automation to a traditional, last mile delivery use case.
Yeah, I saw that you have collaborated with your local bank, so that the bank is using lockers to give out credit cards and documents for the customer. So this is sort of
Yes.
click and collect solution for the B2C
Yes.
business.
Yes, yes. So, and new use cases are opening up in this market, wherein branches are open only for certain limited opening hours, but they want to exchange goods with the consumer 24 hours a day. So lockers happens to be one good solution. So that bank is actually expanding with us, and more banks are coming our way. But this is more of a, I think, India specific use case, because these deliverables are not sent out through regular postal mail because they're a high value deliverable. That's why they go through a very high end courier service. And instead of doing that, they've also started to use lockers now for delivery.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very interesting to hear that you have very deep in software development, because I personally believe that the software development in parcel locker business is going to be the most important thing, because yes, hardware is important, and the compartment door has to open and close, but to make money, or to make efficient capacity flow, you have to have a good software, and with AI and different kind of machine learning technologies, there are a lot of things to improve with the software. So you said that you have already several clients who are using only your software, even they don't use even the hardware. So you are providing software also separately if needed.
Yeah, not many clients, but a few. A few have asked for only the software platform because they saw it to be a very strong platform, so they licensed, even though they imported hardware from Zilahi from China. But the software platform is something that we have licensed to some clients. But yeah,
Mhm.
but most of the time we try and sell the entire solution and license the entire product to a customer or a use case.
Going back to the manufacturing, then the manufacturing part of your business is done in India,
Now it
or
is, yes, yes.
okay.
When we initially started the business, no, it wasn't. But last 3 years, it's been all indigenous, made everything end to end in India.
So how do you feel now? The really latest logistic or supply chain problems. Do you feel any delays in transportation if you need to deliver lockers to US or other
Yes.
countries?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When we export, there are some countries where uh, sometimes you have, the Red Sea kind of an issue, and sometimes some other sea freight challenges. So it's as the volume of business grows, we have started to stock and warehouse locally in that region rather than shipping out for one order at a time from here, which is how we originally started. But more and more, at least in high volume countries like North America, we plan to only store local warehousing and deliver locally because logistics is can be troublesome to meet the delivery turnaround timelines.
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned this Amsterdam Expo, and actually I met your company also there. This is the one thing that was obvious was you mentioned also those autonomous or battery based lockers. Did I understood you correctly that you are working on that solution
Yes.
also?
Yeah, later in the year we will be coming out with that as well. Reason we have not focused so much on it so far, it's a very European specific requirement as of now. So, but I think that every model has its own pros and cons, and this definitely has its own pros. So we want to be having a complete portfolio of our product offerings. So even though we do not have any customer for it as of now, but in times to come, I'm sure Smartbox will be a strong brand, and there will be customers from Europe or whoever wants to have a off-grid lean locker network. They might choose Smartbox when we're ready to offer.
Absolutely, I think you are absolutely right that in order to be partner with big carriers, you have to have versatile product range to offer different ones, and most probably the next thing is personal parcel lockers. That is also sort of rising trend, at least here in Europe. Yeah, this is interesting. But what about the clients? Do you see, let's say, the last year was not so successful in e-commerce. The parcel volumes are not growing so fast as some previous years. What is your touch about the market? Is it sort of cooling? Is it stabilizing, or in some markets the growth is still ahead, and you see a big demand for parcel lockers just rising?
Yeah, I think it's very region specific, to be honest. And in the long run or a medium run, it's only going to continue to grow just because of the simple convenience. And the need for lockers is also going to continue to grow because the the shortage of delivery driver, the cost of manpower, all of that are only going to go up. Inflation is not coming down. So cost of last mile delivery is not going to come down in the near future unless you come up with innovative ways. And who knows, maybe even when drone delivery becomes a reality, even they would need aggregation point like lockers to help support that drone delivery concept. So lockers, I think, are a good, stable, practical, proven solution working in the alternate methods of delivery. And in the long run, I see this is the most one of the most efficient forms of delivery vis-a-vis a premium product like door delivery, which is going to be more and more costly uh, in times to come.
I just can't say more that I absolutely agree with your views. I do believe that this is the most efficient delivery method because it uses automation and it uses consolidation, and this is the two things that makes it exceptional. Home delivery stays, definitely. There are some products that you can't deliver to parcel lockers, and home delivery stays, but you were absolutely right that this is going to be premium service. This is like riding a taxi. Parcel locker is riding a bus, public
Yes,
transport,
exactly, exactly.
and
Yeah, I
and
agree.
and the majority of the volume is going there. So,
Yeah.
but what do you see in the future? Or, let's say, what is in your pipeline? What are you dreaming of? Is it software development, or do you have some hardware project in labs under the development? Where do you see the upcoming years innovation is going in local business?
So, to be honest, both. I mean, we have uh, initial years we were focusing more on the software. Not that we don't have a pipeline. Our product manager is packed with the next 1 or 2 years worth of feature functionalities and performance improvements that have to happen in the software front. But also, the hardware is very important part of this business because reliability and stability is very important. If you have a very good looking hardware but it breaks down every other month and you have to send an engineer in field, then it's not a viable business. Then it gets as expensive as a door delivery option. So if you want to be successful in this, I think the right combination will be you have to have the right hardware which is robust and reliable, which can be fixed 99% of the time remotely without requiring an in-field visit, and of course a software capability which addresses various use cases, from being able to print labels to be able to ship out packages for FedEx, UPS, to take last mile deliveries from Amazon or any other carrier.
Yeah, I can only agree with that. So, um, thank you, Amit. It has been real pleasure talking to you, and I learned a lot about your experience and about your story. I hope our contacts will stay open and we can talk also in the future. So thank you, Amit, again,
Thank you.
and I hope that Smartbox lockers will be very popular in Europe and in other
Yes,
regions.
I'm sure it will be. Thank you so much, Andre. Appreciate all your time. Take care. We'll be in touch. See you.